Hi everyone, today I am back with another tutorial of basic decoupage, and I'm going to work on this lovely MDF base. This is from Connect for Sale, and I must tell you one thing before I start the tutorial that if when you order stuff from Connect for Sale, the parcel reaches you the next day, within a blink. And Deepa as such is a very nice person, very helpful and very approachable. And thanks Deepa for giving me the opportunity to work on this lovely base. And today I'm going to use this lovely tissue, which I thought is very apt for this base, and this is also from Connect for Sale. Now more about the base. The base is around 11 by 4 inches, and you get 4 varieties in this. One with home written on it, then you get keys, you get love, and you also get family. So you can go for any one. It also comes with with these attachments for these holes. So once we are done with the making of it, we are going to attach these pieces as well. So without any further delay, let's start. Okay, so first we are going to, since we are using a tissue out here, we are going to use gesso. We are going to use Camel Artist's gesso, and I'm going to put a layer of gesso on this. So you can use a sponge applicator. These are the ones. If you don't have them, then you can use any normal sponge which you can get. These sponges which are used to make your sofas, So first is applying a nice thick coat of gesso. Okay, so I have already put my gesso and it is nice and properly dried. Now let's take a look at the tissue. Now if you open the tissue, as you all know that we have 4 same prints in 4 different on the 4 sides. So you get each print on, same print 4 times. So what I am planning is to use in parts, in bits and pieces, right? So I'm going to use this entire thing, and I'm going to use small elements. So the first thing which I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the tissue in half. Now maybe I won't be using all the elements, maybe I'll be using the same element. Let us see. Right, I want to use this because I really liked it. I would like to use the door, and I would like to use this table as well as these the trees and the flowers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first see how much I require. Okay, so the trees aren't coming, so we might be losing a part of it. Okay, this is nice. I'm not going to use this, no. Okay, so let us take out. So the first thing we need to do is we need to take out the layers. This is a 3-ply tissue, so we are going to take out the rest of the 2 layers. Okay. Right. Now, as you can see, this is something like this. Nice. Now I won't be using this part, so, or maybe I'll use it. Yeah, maybe I'll use it. So next step is to use Mod Podge. You can use matte finish or you can use the gloss one. Here I'm going to use the gloss one. Now, while application of this Mod Podge, you must make sure that you don't put it in excess, and we are going to do it in bits and pieces, like we're going to do it in parts. So once you apply the Mod Podge, to put it and take any plastic or a cling film, and I'm going to press. Slowly lift it up. Okay. So I have applied it nice and proper, but not in excess, as you can see. Okay, so now amazing. So now we are going to let it dry. As you can see, it is very nicely and properly, it is stuck with the frame. We are going to leave it and let it dry. Once it is dry, we are going to come back. Okay, so now it is absolutely dry. So what we are going to do is we are going to put one more coat of Mod Podge. Now before we put one more coat of Mod Podge, what I will do is I'm going to take a brush, normal brush, dip it in water, and I'm going to take out the extra parts. Okay, so I'm just going to and you'll find that the extra parts are just coming off. So it is easier when you turn it the other way. Now once this is done, this is almost clear. This is not fully clear. This is almost clear. Now the finer things we are going to do once this is a bit dry, because it is wet right now. We are going to use an emery paper, that is a sandpaper. It might be, it might chip off, especially in these areas. So we are going to do this. And as you can see, this is clearly coming off. Okay, so we'll do this, and it's like as if your paper is like printed. So we are going to slowly work on the curves. Okay, so this is how it will look after sanding it nice and proper. Look how lovely it is looking. So next what we are going to do is we are going to coat it with another coat of Mod Podge. Now, before we put another coat of Mod Podge is like sealing your project, right? So before sealing your project, you have to see whether you want to do some distressing or some stenciling or some stamping. We might be doing some distressing as well as some stamping. So let's go. Okay, so I am planning to use some crushed olive, some fossilized amber, and maybe some evergreen bow. So let us start with some fossilized amber. We basically use a You can also use acrylic colors if you want to, instead of distress inks, but the technique is going to be a bit different. Maybe I'll do it sometime in my some other video. Now I have this stamp written Home Sweet Home, and I'm going to use my archival ink, maybe here. Yes, right. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the outcome. So we'll let the inks and everything dry nice and proper. Once this is nice and properly dried, I'm going to put 1 or 2 more coats of Mod Podge, and let us just wait for it to dry and we'll get back. Okay, so now it is properly dry. Let us put 1 more coat of Mod Podge. You can apply a generous coat of Mod Podge because this is sealing your project. And once the application is done, what you are supposed to do is keep it to dry, and I suggest dry it naturally instead of making the process fast using your heat tool or a dryer. If you have time in your hand, then you should dry it on its own. Let it dry on its own. Let it dry naturally. You can put multiple coats of Mod Podge also. There is no harm in it. Here I am putting a generous coat. Now once this is done, we are going to rest it and we are going to let it dry, and then we'll get back again. Okay, my Mod Podge is dry, and so next step is to put a coat of varnish. Now you can use any sort of water-based clear varnish. these kind of varnishes are available in both matte and glossy finish. Today I'm going to use Aquador PU. This is for exterior. It comes in again 2 varieties. This is a glossy finish. What I have done is I have kept it in a small container, and accordingly I keep using it. So we take a clear brush and now you can see there are 2 holes made here. You can use them to, pass a piece of thread and hang it, or you can use these attachments at the back and hang this keychain holder onto your wall. So again, the next step is going to be, we'll wait for the varnish to dry. Once it is dry, I'm going to put these attachments and your keychain holder is ready. So we'll just wait for the thing to dry. Okay, so my varnish has dried. You can see the nice glaze, and I have already put these attachments. These are like, like screws, and they are easily detachable, as well as they can easily be attached. I'm not even using a plier or something. They can easily be attached with the help of you can use your hand itself. Okay, so this is the final product, and hope you like the tutorial. And grab your bases, grab your tissues, and work on this and make something useful for your home, and you can make them and give them to your loved ones as well. Bye for now.